Hello and welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Edikano Bot, and this is Isaac News. So today we're going to be talking about Nigeria's non-oil export revenue. Okay, so looking at between January to June this year, the first 6 months of the year, Nigerian non-oil export, non-oil. Okay, we're not I'm taking into account any dime we've made from crude oil exportation or gas exportation, nothing oil related or gas related. This is strictly non-oil export, and it has amounted to about $2.5 billion in the first 6 months of the year. So I'd like you to stay tuned, smash that like button, turn on your bell for notification, subscribe, and enjoy the video. It's high time you like this video. Okay, like the video, subscribe to this channel, and enjoy. Moving on, Nigeria in the first half of 2022 exported products worth $2.593 billion. Okay, many of us don't like hearing figures in naira, so I'm bringing the figures in dollars. $2.593 billion. This represents 62.37% increase from $1.59 billion export within the same period in 2021. So last year, the first month of last year, we actually made about $1.59 billion from non-oil export. Pay attention, non-oil export. We are making $2.593 billion from non-oil export this year, a 62.37% increase. See, understand this is dollar. These guys have, I don't know the word to use, to make, we made $1.59 billion. One extra billion dollar will be 2.59. So we made $1 billion more than we made in 2021. $1 billion would be probably in trillions of naira. So in 2021, we made $1.59 billion. In 2022, the same period, we made $2.593 billion. $1 billion extra. This is huge. Non-oil export revenue. The executive director said that the significant growth was in spite of global economic recession. So many times when people around me complain, I understand that a lot of us are ignorant, so was I, about global economics and global economy. Okay, it feels very absurd that the war in Ukraine and Russia should affect the common man in Nigeria. But because this world has been globalized, what happens in big economies in the world affects every other economy in the world. Okay, so right now there is global recession. Things are hard everywhere. In America, gas prices have tripled as they have in Nigeria, and they used to buy 1 kg like us. When gas price tripled, they are buying in gallons. That would be, I don't know how many kg. I don't know the relationship between kg and 1 gallon, but they pay in gallons. So maybe let me just presume, maybe they buy like maybe 100 kg, and the price for 100 kg tripled, and it is increasing because of the Russia-Ukraine war. So the point being made is that it is hard everywhere, okay, and every country is trying to see how it can sustain its economy. Now, over 200 products were being exported in their raw form, in semi-raw form, in finished form, as agricultural products, as solid minerals, etc., have been exported in the period under review, which is the first 6 months of this year. Giving a top breakdown, while giving a breakdown of the top 15 exported products in the first half of the year 2022, urea and fertilizer were the biggest export in the first 6 months of the year. So as we should know, I hope, our big brother Dangote had, he had commissioned his fertilizer stroke urea complex, and this alone recorded about 32.49% of the total export. So now, this is why there's a lot of demand for fertilizer on the global market. Russia is the third largest producer of crude oil, and urea is a byproduct of crude oil production. Ukraine is also a big oil producer, but they are actually more into fertilizer production and agro-allied products. So when Russia begins to fight like this and hoard their products, being one of the largest producers of fertilizer as well and supplier, and when Ukraine is fighting and cannot carry out normal everyday logistics in terms of shipping and receiving goods because of the war that has destabilized the economy, people begin to look elsewhere for fertilizer. So Dangote has been immensely blessed by this situation. So right from before he even commissioned, countries like Brazil, countries like USA had already began to pre-order the fertilizer. So Dangote's fertilizer recorded about 32% increase of global export. While cocoa beans, sesame seeds, aluminum ingots contributed about 12.65%, 7%, and 5.07% respectively. And the top three destinations for Nigeria's export based on value were Brazil, the United States of America, and India. Okay, out of 112 countries across Europe, Asia, and the oceanic regions and Africa, regrettably, of the top 10 export destinations of Nigeria's product, none is an African country. So why am I even saying this? We know that Africa had established a free trade zone in Africa in order to encourage bilateral trade between our brothers in Africa. What this basically means is that there are some regions where they will not tax the importation and exportation of goods across these countries so as to boost interstate trade within the African continent. Okay, and sadly, this has not grown as much as we hoped it will, but then we are still happy about this development. But then countries like Benin and Niger Republic have made it to the top 15 countries where our export products, have gone to. But then this is an amazing one. We are making over 2.58 billion dollars from non-oil exportation. That means that our agri sector is really producing a lot of stuff to supply to the international market. And where is all that money coming into? Nigeria. Okay, I think I can say that all these products being exported are non-governmental exports, meaning that the private sector is championing this amount of money coming into the economy. So the money is going into the private citizens' account. Thousands upon thousands of people are benefiting from this growth expansion. A lot of people stand to benefit. So when people ask me, where is all this money? The money is where you are not. So the best thing to do is look for where the money is going to and put yourself there and see how to create value so you can create like a diversion of funds to yourself and you begin to see and enjoy the amazing things that are bound in the country. So don't lament. All these videos are to show that, okay, there's surplus money around, but you don't have the capacity to attract it to yourselves. So look for something to do that can attract these things to yourself and then you offer value in return. So this is Nigeria's non-oil export revenue for just 6 months. So by the end of this fiscal year 2022, a video will be made to talk about our non-export revenue for the whole year. And I can assure you it's going to be huge. It's going to be very, 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 very huge. But this is where we're going to end for today. I'd like you to like this video, to subscribe, to share, and to, keep your eye open for more amazing things that happen in your country and will come from this channel. Until we meet again, smash that like button again, share the video, subscribe, and see you next time.